Hey everyone, this video is about what makes me different to other mediums out there. My name's rhyswynndavies, psychic medium. Hope you enjoy it. My response to that would simply be that I am an evidential medium. I love to give proof of life evidence. Some of you might not know, but I used to be an environmental scientist. I got 2 degrees in environmental science, and I actually fell in love with mediumship because there's actually a scientific aspect to it. It's all about giving proof of life and with evidence and talking about things that make people feel convinced that their loved ones aren't gone. And so there's a science component to that, which I really dig and get a buzz out of, trying to give that to other people. So I'm really all about physical evidence. You know, you can't see my mind working, right? But I'm asking these thoughts to the spirit world because mental mediumship is all about mind-to-mind communication. It's all telepathic. Thought is superior to language in the spirit world, okay? So when I'm with you in a session, you can't see my mind working, but I'm going to be asking hundreds of thoughts and working really hard as much as I can to help you connect to your loved one. I'm asking these thoughts and trying to perceive these thought questions to the spirit world. So it's, show me how you died. I want to know your name if you can give it to me. I'd love that. It'd be so special if you could. Please tell me how you died, that cause of death. It's really important for the recipient to know who you are. Your relationship and the name would be amazing. And I'm asking all these thoughts, your body type, your character, something physical you left behind, your career, your jobs, your passions, all these thought questions are being asked in thought telepathically, and then I'm waiting for them to come back into my mind. They don't always come back when I want it to, verbatim either. So I have to be very patient and I have to wait because sometimes they give me different responses at different times. And so I've got to be patient, I've got to work really hard and really focused to try and get all this information and perceive it all and then present it to you to make you feel that I have your loved one, right? Once that's established, then I want to really talk about their character, their moral compass, how they see themselves in the world, unfinished tasks and business and things like that, how they feel about, their life and things like that, that talk about their persona and their character. Because I think that's really important. And to me, there's evidence in that too, right? So I like to try and be as evidential as I can be in their personality and their character too. And so once that's then established, then I go into the purpose of communication. Some other mediums would say things like, oh, they come now just to say hello or, to let you know they're not gone. There's more to that. There's even evidence in the purpose of why they come. It's not just to say I love you, it can be about, I wish I saw things differently. I was in so much pain. I wasn't giving you all of my love and attention, or I didn't verbalize it and tell you that I loved you. And now here I am today to tell you that. I've had unfinished tasks in business, or I'm so grateful that you gave up years of your life to care for me, and were by my side to the very end. I'm so grateful that I trusted you with my possessions and my home, or that you looked after the estate and things like this. It's okay that you didn't get to say goodbye, or you couldn't get to me because of things out of your control, or you moved away, or these types of things are so important and also very evidential, right? In my opinion. So I like to try and be evidential in that too, with the purpose of communication. And then what I think really makes me different to other mediums is what I call post-life evidence, right? Post-life evidence is what the spirit shows you since they've died, but it's about you. So it's what the spirit sees for you since they've died, okay? That's post-life evidence. And in that process, one of the great things I love about that is it's basically about letting you know that they're with you today and that you're never really alone, even when you think you are, and that the spirit is with you and aware of your life. And that surely must make you feel that I'm not alone, and that maybe we don't die. And that's, I think, the critical role of any evidential medium, is to try and give something, at least one thing, since they've died, to make you go away and ponder, well, maybe this is possible. Maybe we do survive so-called death. So some examples of post-life evidence are, since I've died, I've met Mum in spirit. We didn't get on for years. We were divorced, but we are here and we want to let you know that we love you and we're both here to support you. For example, since I've died, I'm aware that you've graduated and, got your PhD and, got a successful job as a lawyer. For example, since I've died, I'm aware of your challenges that you're facing. You've had a rough relationship, or there's been a problem, or you had a terrible accident, things like that. Since I've died, I know you've fallen in love, got married and had children, and that there's a child with my name that you've honored me with in my life. And I'm so blessed that you've done that, and it means a lot to me. And I'm here today to let you know I know about it, These are the things that are really missing, I think, in mediumship in general. So I work really hard to try and give aspects of that too. And what I love about post-life evidence and what I think really makes me different to other mediums out there is I actually draw as well. I draw people who've passed. It can be your direct communicator or your loved one that's come through, but sometimes it could be someone else that's died that's with them. So I could talk about them and give you that evidence, but I could also draw someone else, who's with them that's died, and you can relate to the picture and understand who that is at the same time. Sometimes with post-life evidence, I've even had the spirit make me draw someone who's alive. And that's even greater post-life evidence, isn't it? To give you that knowledge. Well, since they've died, they're actually making me draw someone else that's alive in the family. And they might maybe even make me talk about them and their life and what's happening in their life right now. So sometimes the spirit with post-life evidence not only wants to support you, but needs you to get to someone else to let them know they're okay. And this is what I love about mediumship and trying to be as evidential as possible. Anyway, I hope this has shed some light on what I can do and what makes me different to other mediums out there. I really hope you come and spend some time with me if you can, with a face-to-face session or online. I'd certainly do all I can to be as evidential as possible and give you some comfort with a loved one if I can. Now, if you can't come and see me, please try and find someone else that tries to be as evidential as possible and maybe makes you feel that maybe we don't die and life is eternal, and to take away your fear about death. Because they're not gone, they're with us always, they've simply changed form. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. If you want to see more examples of my work in spirit art, readings, demonstrations, and spiritual educational videos, please subscribe to the link below. You can also friend me on social media and Instagram, I'd really love that. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.